Two teams fighting for that one spot in Yash here in the female division. It's been good bringing you guys the action. Currently having a few issues with the camera, but here we are. We have two teams left for that one spot, Squid. How are we feeling about today's game? We've got quite a lot of Counter-Strike action over and done with, and this spot going to be really important because I feel like that Europe division is extremely stacked, but you know, there's only just one spot from the qualifier.
I mean, I'm feeling fantastic. I'm in sunny Croatia. I've been enjoying the sun, the beaches. I've been enjoying the new sunglasses that I just purchased. Unfortunately, I'm unable to show them off because the camera's not feeling as good as me. But about this match specifically, I think that this is going to be an amazing final match. What was stored?
Yeah, it is really going to be a fantastic matchup. You know, we do have, you know, Sweden taking down Denmark 2-0 yesterday. It was really good. And then we went to that Europe A. Pretty interesting. But we are going to head things for short break so that we can resolve some of these issues. And we'll be right back in just a few moments.
welcome back everybody to your WEC qualifiers. We're here with a grand final. There's one spot in this female division up for grabs. Let's take a little look at who's going to play today. Roster number 1, please, Mr. Producer. Do you want to take us through this?
Yeah, I'll bring us through this. Yeah, we got Manskins, we got Missy, Naomi, Gina, Kiara. No changes to the previous lineup from the semifinals, from their victory up against France and their previous victories in the early stages against Portugal. Yeah, pretty stacked lineup in my opinion. They have 5 decent players, but I feel like up against Sweden, this is where they get really tested. At first, I did think it would have been a test up against France, but this time around, I think Sweden is just a whole different beast. Just after seeing them dismantle Denmark 2-0, this is going to be a really interesting matchup for sure.
It's a repeat matchup as well. Netherlands versus Sweden. They played earlier in the tournament in a best-of-1 on Inferno. It was Netherlands taking a very short lead, right? They got 6-0, 7-0 there on Inferno. They were doing really well. And then they barely took another round at all in that best-of-1 series. So I don't know what to sort of predict coming into this one. I don't know what to really say. But this is who they're up against today. The heavy hitters here of the female division, Sweden.
Sweden, yeah, pretty stacked lineup. 7licious, Zaz, Monkey, Lina, and Giuliano. We did have a substitute the other day. We have Monkey in the lineup, replacing Yankin. She has another tournament that she's playing. You know, it's a mixed division event that she, you know, has a clash with. But, you know, Monkey did a really good job. She actually was towards the top of the boards, up on Vertigo and on the other map. So, pretty impressive performance out from her. Even though she only played one map, I think it was pretty impressive. And the funny part, you know, we did see Zaz before, and we were talking about how, you know, Sweden need to have all 5 players firing on all cylinders. But yesterday against Denmark, it wasn't only Zaz. You had 7licious top fragging, you had Giuliano top fragging, and they were able to take that series pretty nicely, 2-0. So Sweden looking really good as they approach this grand final.
I think that's the big takeaway, right, when you look at Team Sweden, is they've got so many advantages there on their team. It isn't just Zaz whatsoever. Yeah, she had one lights out map on Mirage where she got 39 kills, and everybody else was lagging behind. It was only in 3rd and 4th players sort of started to show up when we actually saw Sweden start to take it over the finish line, get on to 13, 14, 15 rounds beyond, and Sweden brought the whole package into other series here in their tournament. So I don't think that Zaz firing on all cylinders is the only win condition there for them. I think that Zaz is definitely good enough, so is Giuliana, to single-handedly take a win here for Team Sweden. But I think they've got actually a couple more tricks in their book, and I don't think they're reliant on 1 or 2 things to go the right way to win this series. That series is currently underway on Mirage. We've seen it already this tournament. Sweden proficient at it, and starting on the T side.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup, just because of the fact that the Netherlands and Sweden, in my opinion, do have a bit of a conflicting map pool. So you see Netherlands liking to go for the likes of Ancients, Nukes, and while Sweden go for the overpasses, Mirages, and stuff like that. It's very interesting, but we'll see things start off on Mirage. The T side being started by Sweden as they've picked into this, it seems. Zaz able to get the first kill. Naomi to trade on with that frag. Now down to a 4-4 situation. 1 minute 15 on the clock. There's a push on forward, and Yankin has gone in Kiara. She's actually the one playing in the server right now. And now they're waiting. Very difficult positions. You have 2 players up in market. Now the peaks are through. Gonna look for the headshot, but Manskin's able to get the first kill. Lina getting that trade, but now down to an equilibrium as that untraded frag has come through. And Naomi now peeking on in. The USB frags are there. Gina peeks out, gets the headshot. And now it's a 1-on-2 situation. 7licious top frag on the server in the first map in the previous series. Now she has to stand up tall once more, already taking a whole lot of damage. And Sweden, starting off with advantage, falls short in the pistol round.
Gina finding that kill onto Lina, that broke the equilibrium there. The balance falling in Netherlands' favor just off the back of 1 pistol kill. It meant Sweden couldn't get that C4 in. No option to rotate out as well. Time then started to become an issue as the clock dipped down below the 40-second mark. And Netherlands, with an all-important pistol round here in this best of 3, they need to get off to a good start against Sweden if they're going to take this one over the top. Sweden not going for the force buy, notably, here in round number 2. It's Glocks, not much else. No real investment to talk of whatsoever. And they'll send in the fake patrol. We like the prank patrol, but we love the fake patrol as well. They'll send 2 players towards this B site to try and create a diversion and force a defender off so they could potentially get a bomb plant there on A, extra money. Oh, is this a double fake? This is crazy. Oh. I think they're actually going to start making noise at B here to throw the whole rotate through a loop, and it all depends how many kills Manskin's actually able to get here. So rotate, they're really far invested, and that kill's going to pull everybody away. The C4 will go down. I love this. Team Sweden. Lovely.
That's fantastic. I love it. The bare minimum, all they were really needing was that bomb plant, and that's what they got. They weren't looking for the fries. They weren't looking for anything else. They were just looking to make space for the bomb plant. That's exactly what they've gotten. That double fake was pretty brilliant. You can see that Sweden have done their homework. They have a few tricks up their sleeve, and that really sets this game up for some really fiery Counter-Strike, in my opinion. The Netherlands, they might have to contend up against a really, mindful Sweden. They are going to be coming up with some tricks and some strategies, and I'm really excited to see how the rest of this map pans out.
That is a real statement round there to just sort of put Netherlands in their place. And I feel like Netherlands on their CT side are going to be second-guessing absolutely all of the information that they receive here, just off the back of that. On top, Sweden, they're good with these rifles. They've got 5 of them here in round number 3, and that AWP early picked up onto Lena, just off the back of getting that bomb down in the second. It's not often with no investment whatsoever that you're able to find that. AK misses its marker, but deals with the MP9 all the same. And the Netherlands aren't finding many successes all across the board. More of an A stack here with their final 2 players. Obviously, Kiora is still hunkered on B, and I love that smoke as well, just to cut off short. It means Juliana only has to take this fight from one angle. They've got a crossfire, though, and she's able to break it. All of the information now in Sweden's hands, so they just have to respond with an A split, realistically. They've got mid presence as well. This should be a very easy cleanup as the M4A1S is going elsewhere. They're going to find an open bomb site here, Tiddler.
Open bomb site indeed, Sweden. And this first gun round have come out. Guns a-blazing. Good kill out from Lena. Pierces through with that AWP. Now Kiara up against 3. We'll see how she does. We'll see how she fares in this clutch situation. A lot of people might call it curtains, but we've seen plenty of clutch situations before. But this one seems to be too much of a task for her. She'll back away. She'll save that weapon. And Sweden, yeah, just as we expected, going in with that very explosive style. That change of pace, always really good to see. Just dismantling them. 3 players staying alive, pretty good as well. No SMGs like that, getting brought to the next round. That could be a bit of an annoyance to them. So they're getting off on the right foot, even though they got, they started 2 rounds down. But that was, obviously going to be the case if they lose the pistol round. So they can just brush that off their shoulders, and this is where the real rounds start. This is where they really start off fresh. And now with the guns, of course, this is where they can propel themselves forward here into victory on map number 1.
A round 2 hot to handle there for the Netherlands. Sweden just finding those 2 opening picks, easily able to find the weak point there. It was the A site. There was not really much of a defense there at all. And Giuliano just doing such a good job of being a nuisance inside of the connector. Really nicely done. Mid control has been a staple of Sweden's game in all of the Mirage matches that we've seen thus far in this tournament. This one looks all the same as well. Putting Jenko towards this side of the map. And you've really got to respond off the back of this. Otherwise, they're just going to find loads of openings here. How are they going to deal with Zaz? Oh, lines them up. This AK-47 is tearing through the defense single-handedly. 2 kills already. And this defense looks all said and done. It's a 2 versus 4. Mansion's got no HP to work with. And the final M4 has been spotted on short, being delayed there by the underpass player. A quick kill, but needs to respond on to B. And the bomb has already snuck its way in. And Sass is still here as well. This is ruthless. She hears that ladder, this stomping around in the palace. She hasn't been needed on this B take whatsoever, so I can confirm that this AK-47 will not survive into round number 5. There's no way that Mancha makes this out alive. She's looking the wrong way as well, so an easy cleanup here for Zaz about to come through. We'll see the shots right now. 2-2 here for Sweden. I feel like she was maybe considering the knife there. Instead, knifes the corpse. Bit of BM. 2-2 here for Team Sweden. Nice round from them again. This is worrying, though, for the Netherlands. If they're going to lose all of these opening duels, that's what we saw earlier in their Inferno games previously in this tournament, where they just weren't able to find the opening kills, and they lost those rounds respectively. Sweden, good response. AWP on Lena, always a threat, and nothing in the way of rifles from Team Netherlands as a response here. They'll send everybody up mid, so maybe able to isolate this orb.
Yeah, that would be the probable play here, and Kiara doesn't even need to isolate it. Just peeks on through, getting a nice 1D onto Lena. Netherlands now have to be respected. They'll focus onto the bomb site. That silencer, so difficult to locate. Now they know where she is. The trades look to come on through. Oh no, that's very labored. Oh, she doesn't even get the kill. That is not good at all. 7licious now having to recover the situation, but advantage is heavily with the Netherlands side. Now Naomi getting activated with that AWP that she just picked up, and now peeking through once more. She finds it with the big green. Oh, that's a disaster out from Sweden. An eco like that, pushing up mid, just getting absolutely demolished. Not what you want to see.
Not at all. And the Netherlands especially have been so comprehensive at these ecos just all tournament long. They add another one to the tally here, 5 rounds into this final. 3-2 here. They take the lead once again, and they've got a perfect buy to try and now build their CT side. Sweden, last chance, otherwise they'll be ecoing in the next. 7licious already on a deagle. This is already looking just so dangerous here, and really shows that Sweden can't count their chickens before they hatch. Realistically, leaving that AWP all isolated on mid with no AK-47s to defend left it so vulnerable to the pistols, and that realistically lost the round in the hands of Naomi. She's able to find 2 kills to finish things off. You see close with that, and even dives back for the second. Doesn't find either, but crucial information now in the hands of the Netherlands. They throw down that connector smoke to lock Sweden towards the bottom of mid. Oh, that's so nasty.
So clean. Now they're looking to trade rounds here. This is the call. Looking to take that mid control. But they've kind of have players up on the extremities, and then you have the players up in mid. So they're trying to take the entire full 9 yards of the map, and Missy, well, this is a very nice angle. Very effective one at that, but it's usually not really too effective for a second, because we usually see, you know, the pre-fire come in and then the immediate headshot shuts her down. They'll rotate over to the B extremity here in apartments. And it's going to be Manskin to be right here on the right side. That's arm spotted. She's still able to activate with that M4. Now that trade comes in from Giuliano. Zaz again with the late lurk. This could be a decisive factor, cutting off the connector player. But it seems like they're all rotating from that market side. Kiara gets that first kill. 2 players in the market. And Lena speaking through. There goes Zaz activating onto the mid side. Now down to a 1-on-1, but it's that AWP. It's not really all too good, but there's only 1 player to find. Multi-frag potential doesn't matter, but that Molotov isn't all too perfect because it's right in front. She doesn't know she's defusing. Squid, what has happened? Zaz has been completely confuzzled at that.
Oh my lord. Bomb defused, stolen right under the nose of Sweden. No way Zaz knew that it was happening at all. She heard the tap, knew the fire was just beside it, thought that she had thrown that fire directly onto the bomb, hadn't. 4-2 here, Netherlands. And how many rounds are they going to steal away here in this tournament? Are they going to get to this WEC finals? Are they going to get to Yosh based off these rounds that they're stealing? That's the big question that I'm asking right now, because we know that Sweden's the more complete team, the more wholesome parts, but it feels like the Netherlands have an edge when it comes into these retake scenarios, eco scenarios. These small edges that mean everything here in Counter-Strike. Pistols this time between Team Sweden. They need to steal one back of their own. Where smoke's placed, they're going right into the CT spawn. Gina's ready for it.
Ready indeed. Got in 2 quick frags now. It's a heavy advantage, and Nenkin looking to push on forward to find the advantage herself right back, but it's so many kills fall in the way of the Dutch side. Easy defuse, and Netherlands starting to distance themselves away from Sweden, starting to apply that pressure. And I feel like Sweden have been really close. It's just that, you know, they've been losing in the most crucial parts of the round, and, you know, a bit of misfortune as well, you could say as well. And also with their economy, they haven't been able to get it under wraps. So Netherlands have just been able to push on forward, but you can really see how close the rounds are because Netherlands, they're at a 5-2 lead, but look at their money. It's not even that great.
No, it's not good at all. They can fall apart and capitulate at any second here. AWP comes out to try and be the difference maker. Missy has been playing that one towards the middle of the map as Sweden try and voyage elsewhere into the apartments. They have got 2 players hunkered towards the top of mid. Loads of map control. That's a staple of their T side. Here comes the AWP. Can it connect? Yes, absolutely. Oh, both. Doubles down.
Very, very bold. Sweden now left hunker down, just like, where are my teammates? Seems like fortune favors the bold here for the Netherlands. We've seen it in the bomb defusal a couple rounds prior. We're seeing it now. Just those bold peaks with that op. And the Netherlands they're doing a really good job now. This is what we'd like to see. But that Zaz, oh my goodness. She never gives up, and that's what you love to see. 2 quick kills here on the A bomb site. Maybe could make something happen. Because Zaz and 7licious are only now down to a single man disadvantage. Definitely possible in their hands. 2 players in CT. Seems like they know that possibility. Zaz going to peek on through, but oversteps her mark. And she's going to overstay her welcome to A bomb site herself. And 7licious not going to find it. The Netherlands taking another round on the board. But Zaz actually made it somewhat close. But now, clean enough round for the Netherlands to start building up some bank.
Zaz is cementing her position as the queen of Mirage, really. We saw her got 39 kills on this specific map just the other day in just a handful of rounds as well. She reached the 20 mark. It was just such an insanely proficient series from her personally. Trying to do it again. She's at the top of the scoreboard here for Team Sweden, 11-5, and they're targeting... Smoke will go down and potentially delay them ever so slightly. Will they decide to run on through? Zaz certainly seems to think so. This Tech-9 getting close, and there are smokes as well to buy her a little bit of space. That's a good trade there for Team Netherlands. They've taken some jungle control, but Naomi should be there to clean it up. AWP can't be established in time. This one has been won by the Netherlands. Good round. They contain that really nicely, putting the M4 nice and aggressive to try and sweep up a couple of pistols. Did over 250 damage in that first engagement. This one, that's the one that I'm talking about, just lining everybody up. And even spots them jumping through the smoke as well to give key information to teammates. You see that Naomi's hyper aware exactly where these final 2 Ts are. And Sweden now feeling the heat, feeling the pressure. It's a tactical timeout here on Mirage. They're 7-2 behind. And realistically, that's what we've been used to seeing from Team Netherlands, right? These lightning fast starts. Not caring about your star players. Not caring about your ecos. Not caring when they've not got any weapons whatsoever. And the catalyst for this half, that eco round victory on mid.
Yeah, great timeout out from Sweden. Seems like they're aware of the tendency of the Netherlands to start breaking down towards this point. Now just calling that timeout to let the dust settle, preparing for the next round and the next wave of assault to come on through. We'll see what will change here for the Netherlands, or for Sweden rather. They're going to set up their default, a pretty standard default. They're going to take the map control. They left Palace open, but that is pretty normal. No one in that extremity of the map. But it seems like the Netherlands could possibly get a little bit of information if they push that forward. But as per usual, they'll just back away. It's that AWP peak in that angle, so we shouldn't see, that AWP overstep its mark. Shouldn't go too far in. But it's been a quiet start so far, just getting that map control, trying to get poke and prod just to see where the gaps are in the defense, get a feel for the map. And it seems like that's what they're bringing to the table, as opposed to last time around, just kind of feeling where they felt like they were comfortable and kind of relying on people like Zaz to just entry in and find some openings. But Kiara using that smoke to her advantage. Netherlands have just no sign of stopping your Squid.
They're not at all. They're not slowing down here. Zaz likewise. She's right in. Big gaping holes in the ramp smoke as well. Actually gave her a foothold there onto the A site. Sweden throwing some smokes of their own, this time towards the top of Connector as well. That often buys you a lot of space. You can see them sailing the nades all around and trying to excavate a little bit of extra information here. Jenkins going to sneak in. This is great timing. 20 HP, needed the headshot. and does find it. Zaz providing kills in the meantime, and this one's all fallen apart. If Mansion really knew what the HP looked like here, I'm sure that she would go for this one, but there's so many positions to unseat, and I just don't see her really going for this. C4 is about to be planted in the last 10 seconds here of round number 10. And the Netherlands won't extend their lead. So right after the tactical timeout, Sweden respond back. Remember, there are some low HP players here, so Mansion can at least do some economical damage, or potentially go for this one entirely. Kit is in play as well. Oh, Shadow spotted there. She's got a little bit of extra information and wraps around the boxes. Zaz is there in the back lines in the meantime. Swing from Jung. She's up to 14 kills here. And Sweden with a must win. As I said, responsive right after the tactical timeout. They had their default in place. It didn't really look like they changed their tactics. They put Zaz towards ramp, where she plays her very best counter-strike. Everybody else towards the mid side of the map, towards B, putting pressure elsewhere, trying to sneak into the connector. That's really one of the win conditions for these A-site attacks for Team Sweden.
Yeah, it seems like once they got that opening, everyone else just started to activate online. You know, you can see Yenkin getting a bit of the pie herself, you know. When Erase it pours, we'll see Giuliano peeking out of the palace. She'll peek through that MP9 just up on the right side, and Zaz just gets challenged a little bit, and Manskin's able to get the first. Now Giuliano's up under a little bit of pressure, but Yenkin just tapping away. SMGs on the side of the Netherlands. They force into this completely, though. This will mean their economy will be broken if they lose this. At least Sweden have been able to get a trade.
Oh, this is the B split, Tidler. We've been watching this come out from Sweden so often this tournament. This time there's an AWP, and they're going to try and unseat it with that Molotov. Oh, doesn't know where to look in 7. Licious is able to respond and double down. Zaz finally taken care of, but 7 Licious is still here, albeit low HP. Molotov isn't going to do all too much, and that's the key swing. Doesn't get the information into kitchen, and now going to try and press out further. Now knows the location of both players. That's not enough info to unseal the round. It's the Netherlands taking another one. Stole it away there. Really fast rotate onto the B site. Sweden didn't get their B split in fast enough. No C4 plan and pressure not on Netherlands. They're looking really comfortable here on our first map of this series.
Yeah, they just look to extend that onto the bomb site, get that important control to secure the bomb plant, and, you know, it worked out in one sense, because we did see 7 Licious just kind of fragging out, but other than that, they kind of neglected the fact that they, you know, there were actual players on the bomb site. Those rotates actually came in really fast, so Netherlands are clearly hot on their heels today. I see a Molotov, they just know the presence, they've really done their homework so far. A lot of teams haven't been able to contain the mid plays out from Sweden, and that flash is so perfect.
Lord.
It's so good.
That's perfect, by the way, Tidler. I just wanted to mention it. That Molotov inside of the underpass actually allows her, gives her the freedom to go for the peek towards the top of mid. Not that Sweden really realized that. It's such a multi-level, such a structured play. And that's just something that you can use to add to your Counter-Strike game. Like, it's so perfect.
Back to 8 teams. Still 1 player all the way in the apartments. They'll wait on in. Regina's holding a brilliant angle, which has been very troublesome for Sweden. They've been playing...
Sending the open first as well.
That's not great at all. That stairs player is going to peek here and possibly get a kill. But they're just so ready. Gina was ready and the crossfire's been established. Those are the kills that they need. And Netherlands, this is so impressive. This has been a fantastic CT side. They really want to send themselves to Romania for the LAN finals. It's been so impressive. They've clearly done their homework. It's really nice to see this because we usually see a little bit more of a raw style of Counter-Strike, but Netherlands playing that anti-stratty, you know, countering what Sweden have been bringing to the table previously on Mirage. No one really has been able to contain that mid side of Sweden, but Netherlands have done it perfectly. Those sets of utilities have been really, really effective at shutting them down.
Yeah, we just talked about throwing the Incend into Underpass to actually get a bit of a foothold onto mid and give you a bit more freedom to go for that peak. These are just the little touches to the Netherlands CT side that we haven't seen from other Swedish opposition here in this tournament at all. It's back to basics for Team Sweden here in round number 13. They haven't had much success on this T side at all. Likely double digits on the board from the Netherlands in the next couple of moments. We've seen so many eco victories, though, that we don't want to count this one out just yet. Zaz loves ramp. I'm pretty sure she's got a ramp tattoo.
Hasn't been getting a whole lot of, success, it seems. Like, sure, she's gone in the frags, but it really hasn't been added upon. But, well, there goes Giuliano. A beautiful deagle shot to get underway. Another G2 member getting activated on the ranks here on that B apartment side. Kiara is going to get that headshot. They'll fight on it. Giuliano with a second 1D. A secondary frag to get things underway, and she is starting to cause mayhem here, but that only is her just keeping the rotates on this section of the map. But there goes Missy firing away on that big green. Bazaz has crept out. They've held way too passive on this A-bomb site. They've been fooled, and she hasn't even spotted the connector player. So now Sweden have an easy entry path here onto the A-bomb site.
Gina is burrowed inside of the CT spawn. She's not going to even be receiving these sound cues until the C4 potentially goes down. This is real troublesome here for the Netherlands. They're only just realizing what the play looks like. And there's also presence towards the top of mid. Zaz doesn't even need it. Finds a deagle headshot in the meantime. And there goes for a flashbang for even more potential. Missy, snuck herself inside the CT spawn. Doesn't want to take this fight. And now they reveal that location of the bomb. There's 2 players by connector. That smoke, it's a little gap. Zaz, 7licious. They double down to confirm the round for Team Sweden. Much needed there. Oh my god, this game is back and forth. But Netherlands still a commanding lead. That can start to crumble away now that they've not got the money. They've got a real dilemma. 2 players can buy, 3 can't. I think you just have to go for pistol armor and wait for round number 15 to try and get onto a 10-5 scoreline. Sweden can still make this close. Claw this back, Tiddler, get 9-6. Maybe add a pistol round to that on the CT side, and they're right back in the running here on Mirage. You know what Zaz can do on that CT side as well. And the B-split seems to be the approach. There are pistols waiting for them, and Zaz already plucked out of the equation.
Further applying some pressure in mid. Giuliano now pressured herself up against 2 players high-low. She cannot contend with it. Another round that is looking good for the Deagles and the Pistols. Double advantage for the Netherlands. And, well, this has been pain for Sweden. But I feel like the fact that they're on the T side puts a little bit of solace, for them. 9-6 is definitely possible, but, I felt like a 9-6 scoreline was definitely going to be on the cards. But if Netherlands take things, I feel like an 11-4 is even looking more likely than a 10-5. 7licious taking a lot of damage from the Molotov, and players walking on in, and that's a missed shot out from Lena. She has to find it, but it's Gina with the deagle. 3 kills in the round out from her. And I can't believe it, Squid. We're seeing these back and forth rounds, but Netherlands, they're taking the most crucial ones, it seems.
Yeah, we've been counting them all tournament. The Netherlands, just by far in these eco rounds, have been outclassing everybody. Just look at these 2 deagle shots. This is a headshot. Overkill, yes, but Gina's about to hit another one here on the replay. Flawless round there for the Netherlands. Their second eco round victory here of this series already. We're only in map 1, ladies and gentlemen. They'll have a full investment going into round number 15 of the half, because it did look shaky before, and Sweden want to respond back with this infamous A execute. They'll be walking right through this smoke, and there's an HE as well. Lands a little bit too late, not much damage done on that one, and they've taken all of the ground here. And Zaz, doesn't open up. Gina's able to fire back.
Now, Gina looking to push up herself, but with 5 HP, surely she's not going to get more than 1. That's the case there, but Manskin getting the trade. Now that bomb goes down, Digits planted, and now Giuliano 7licious peeking through, but she cannot contend with the other player in CT, but the trades just so heavy. It's an 11-4 scoreline as Missy comes in clutch from the CT side. And there it is, 11-4 half. Pretty one-sided if you ask me.
And we might have a potential upset on our hands. I would have favored Sweden all day coming into this series, but they're just not looking like the better team here on Mirage. Zaz being hands and feet above everybody else there on the scoreboard. She's just like unbelievably fragging there throughout the first half, missing a key shot against Gina there, and I've no idea how Gina's able to find another. That really just opens up everything there on A. She does her job and more there, and then everybody's able to collect. Look at the trades. Everybody peaking in unison. Really key fundamental strategy here shown by the Netherlands. And now they're essentially a pistol round away from just being so close to the finish line here. A pistol win.
Waiting outside a ramp. Look to execute on in. 3 players right here. Manskin leading the way with the Glocks here for the Netherlands. We'll see if things continue on for this Dutch side, or will it be all Sweden? This one, that's the shoulder spotted, a pre-fire in, yet Sweden are able to destroy them. A decimation on the A-bomb side. I cannot believe it once more. This looks so good for the Netherlands. They even pre-fired, but it's as flawless as it could be. Even with all the players posted up on the ramp side, it's Sweden to take the pistol round.
Yeah, you look at the minimap there as well. The rotates were flawless. Everybody sandwiching that attack. And the Netherlands couldn't really get a foothold. Didn't find those openings. Unable to put the pressure on in Sweden. Response perfect. A much needed, a must-win pistol round essentially for them. And it's the Netherlands back to pistols. They've been pretty good with the happening. Where is their opening though? That's the big question.
I feel like it would be towards A, but B side, I think it really is holding a good position. I'm expecting players to jump out the window into the crossfire, and it seems like Sevenlicious and their teammate here are expecting this. A run on in, the MP9, yeah, they're jumping out from the window, but splitting as well, so Gina's able to find that kill, but she was blinded. There it is, the Molotov to deal the final blow. It was expected, you know, they were all going to jump out the window aside from one to find that player to the right corner just to make sure she would be there to farm kills, but Sweden played that to perfection, it seems. So a 6th round on the board for them.
A really good round, just containing those pistols. Nice, simple one. You can sort of catch your breath in a round like that. Sometimes against the Netherlands, you don't. You're still going to be feeling tense. When you've got 5 pistols overwhelming you there on a single bomb site. They'll have the firepower advantage in this one to the T sides. They've got all AK-47s against a bit of a bonus buy here from Team Sweden. So winning this gives them a good bank balance and a good chance to actually build some rounds here on the CT side. And they're actually taking map control here. So deep into the apartments, that gives Sweden loads of key information to actually allow a more aggressive stance, both into the connector and onto short. They know that apps isn't the real pressure point here. P9 as well, kind of the perfect tool for the job. An AK comes through, you've actually got a pretty even keel to try and find this kill. Gina, I'm going to try the wrong angle, shoulder spotted, and the MP9 does its job perfectly. Oh. Here comes Kiora and Missy, though, from the other side.
Trades as per usual going on into the server have been pretty successful. It's been a very textbook game so far. Sevenlicious is going to peek through, find that headshot, bomb dropped, information there. Even with Kiara's strong position, it's going to be very, very hard to recover because she has to get up in the apartment side. Sevenlicious is ready. Giuliano even watching the flank, but the thing is, there's that player into the bomb site. But no, oh, she looks away at the worst time possible. That couldn't have been worse timing. Now down to a 2-on-2 situation here. On to this apartment side. They'll push forward. Kiara wins that battle. I can't believe it again. But Zaz now with the MP9 getting underway. Low HP onto Missy, so there should be a victory for Zaz. But is it? There goes that headshot. Cool, calm, and collected in the end. Zaz, as always, top of the leaderboard. Just as per usual, just delivering on all fronts.
Yeah, and I feel like that needs to continue if Sweden are going to make this comeback a reality. The Netherlands struggling to get into bomb sites in the first couple on their T side there. First rifle round going the way of Sweden here on their counter-terrorist half. It is pistols once again for Team Netherlands. They'll send them towards B. Seems to be a bit of a fan favorite from them. They'll throw just a... well, no utility whatsoever. They haven't got any. So this is just the standard B rush. The standard matchmaking strat. They'll set the MAC-10 in first. That's the key kill that they really need to find. Otherwise, everything starts to fall apart. But the Tech-9s have other ideas. That's an M4A1 stolen away and towards the bench. So Juliana, can she actually break back in? She is locked here in the kitchen, but no smokes to delay. Only the one flashbang to aid the cross of the bomb. She'll pluck that one away in the meantime. Oh, swing out. She knows that this C4 is being planted, and she's done tremendous damage. So here come the cavalry on the CT side, and they're able to finish this one off sensationally. Bomb plant for the Netherlands. It's a good round, but Sweden take it all the same.
I'm loving the utility set that Sweden throw onto the B bomb side every time there's a push onto B. You know, we're seeing the Molotovs drop on the ground and where they're about to land, so that, you know, they're going to take heavy, you know, damage from the bullets. But then when they jump down, they'll basically walk into their death or jump into their death as they land into that Molotov. They're already low HP. It's only a matter of time before Sweden get the kills. And that makes it so much easier. Sweden really didn't hold that bomb site all too well, per se, because those Tech-9s did get some kills. But it's just that they're already so low that they don't even have to do much to recover the round. And that's why the B site just really has been their forte. And then they'll have to approach it a different way.
This is going to be a faster approach. Wow, that is quite the shot. Great job from the observer to catch that one, because that was just an unbelievable pickup. Every AWP's kind of fantasy shot as well. Able to pluck a B defender, the B anchor up from that jump. And Sweden feel like they need the information. They're going to send Zaz in first. Oh, they almost lined up for her there, but the AWP, it's wrapped back. That surprises her. Here comes the flashes, and Sweden, oh, barely have anybody here. Only Lena with the AWP beside the ticket booth. She needs to delay them for a couple more seconds for the cavalry to actually come in. That Molotov's a little too short. She throws down a responsive smoke anyway. But Netherlands, enough space to get this C4 down. Should be a successful round for them. They've got the one-man advantage here. And Kiora, key kingpin position inside the connector. Oh. And Naomi's going to open it up with even more. Now saving becomes a bit of a priority for Team Sweden. Lovely incend, but you need more even numbers. And the AWP has actually been plucked out of the server here. So they'll need to reinvest into that one going into... the round 20 and beyond. That's a bit of a problem. They don't really have enough money to just give away AWPs. And there's another rifle hitting the deck there. Great read from the Netherlands. They're limiting the economy here on the CT side. Look at the context, like just look at the texture of the buy. It's really weak. I actually expect this to be a bit of a full force up here from Team Sweden. It'll be really scrappy, really messy. These key kills at the end of the replay, these are the ones that really matter there. I know that they don't actually win the round, but they might win this one. Not much utility here for Team Sweden. Semenlicious hasn't invested into any and is already bought up to $0. Giuliano's got no nades as well, so unless there's a couple dropped on the floor, they're going to be really light on smoke grenades. Not a single incend in the server so far. And the Netherlands, they're the sort of team who can really abuse this. Sweden are going to be relying on the firepower of these rifles to carry things through. And they don't even have 5 of them, Tiddler. 2 players on Desert Eagles. You see them at the bottom right of your screen right now.
Oh, yeah. I'd rather see Sweden approach this, or rather Netherlands approach this with a longer range, you know, sort of mindset. Because Sweden, their op really isn't online, so taking the battles, I don't know if that's the right choice. Yenkin, though, getting those trades, but they don't have the weapons. They don't have the weapons for the job, and the Netherlands is just catching them off guard. And this time, it will be a save, and I feel like they are in good position to save. But Netherlands starting to edge themselves closer here to victory. 13 going to be found, and that is very close to sealing away the map pick of Sweden.
Yeah, they seem to have a bit of trouble on their T side at the very start, but changing those woes as soon as the rifles come out. They're being really assertive here on the map as well, finding a lot of those opening picks. Sweden unable to stop them. They didn't have any nades to do so. So the lack of smokes, the lack of incense, the Netherlands are going to be right on top of you. That was a fast round as well. They seem really responsive as soon as that first kill comes through. Again, hunting for these rifles. We can see on the mini-map that they're burrowed inside of the palace. I don't think that the Netherlands are going to get there. They've not got enough time after this bomb explodes. But keeping 4 players alive as well on this T side. The money looking like such a threat, such a snack as well. It's not short tactical timeout here for the Netherlands. But I don't expect the issues to be too plentiful. They've got a massive lead in this one. A 5-round lead at the start of the game isn't really too much to celebrate, but at this point, when you're a couple of rounds away from the finishing line, cutting the ribbon, this is when these big leads really start to matter. They've got a lead in terms of the economy as well. I talked about how strong theirs is, but Sweden, it's the polar opposite.
Yeah, this is what I've been alluding to and talking about so often. You know, it's just that the fact that Netherlands are so close to 16 makes things, you know, like very, very pressuresome. Because if it's just a 5-0, then it's easily recoverable. It's just that the fact that, you know, sending you down to an eco and to an eco cycle basically puts them on 15 if all things go right. It's just really difficult now for Sweden to recover. This is a technical pause if you guys haven't caught on, if we haven't informed you already. Yeah, this is I wonder what Sweden are going to bring to the table. Now, this is their opportunity to talk. I'm presuming that they are able to talk during this technical pause. I did say that they should go for a more firepower heavy, rifle heavy, setup where you have the closer range angles where they aggress a little bit more, because that op on Lena really, really hasn't gone online. I don't think I've been able to catch any kills off of her with that CT up, and it's pretty vital on this map of Mirage. But as that timeout ends, we'll see things get back into action.
Yeah, the Netherlands have been attacking B a lot as well. They haven't really gone for a mid-heavy attack like we saw on Team Sweden's T side. This is a really different sort of execute-heavy CT side, Terra side here, sorry. And really that's there to almost counter the AWP, counter the star power of Zaz. They're going towards the other side of the map. In this round in particular, going towards the other side of the map of the entire defense. There's just nobody here whatsoever. Quick presence inside of the underpass. Sweden felt like they needed to take a risk because they've only got 2 rifles. Not wanting to throw one into the Molotov there and burn it alive. They're going to keep it in play there inside of the marketplace.
Oh, again.
Spore has actually snuck inside the apartment.
Just too easy for the Netherlands. They'll look to clean things up further as Zaz now just with that M4. And up against 4 players there. A 1-on-4 situation. Just looking to save this M4. Netherlands find themselves on that elusive 14. This is starting to run away with them. Well, we actually haven't gone through to the veto just yet. We have Ancient being our next map picked by the Netherlands. I was talking about that actually. That's kind of, a map that they play often. We see Sweden playing the Mirages, Overpasses, and then you have Netherlands playing the Anubises and the Ancients. And then our decider actually is Inferno. So that is going to be a little bit of a middle ground. We see both teams play that map pretty to a high level. We'll see now how this one pans out. 6 rounds separating both sides. We're seeing a full setup being brought into here. But now it's all about whether or not Sweden are able to take the opening picks.
Haven't been able to do so far. Not just in this round, but half. The Netherlands winning seemingly every single duel in the early portions of this one. Based on a lot of Kyora's really fast, flashy play. This time has her sights set on the connector. That's smoked off at the time being, so just throws a cautionary Molotov towards the short portion of the map here on Mirage. And edges to see if she can actually get a bit of a foothold through this smoke. Gina's already clearing angles. And Sweden's already clearing connector. 2 kills coming with that.
Yep, rotating now towards A. We'll see how this one pans out. There's plenty of numbers here for Sweden. Essentially a 3-on-3 onto the bomb site. Could be a 4-on-3 as it seems like Yankin is kind of getting a little bit antsy, starting to shove herself nearly into the action here on A. She looks to hold it from the short side, but checks B momentarily, moves back here and is on the rotate. Plenty of numbers, plenty of utilities dropping in. That signifies all three players are here into the A bomb site. What a shot that is from Gina. Now looking to recover, and Gina finds another. Missy with that AWP, and Netherlands might find themselves map point here. Never mind for one moment as I was able to deny that bomb, but now she's in a 1-on-2 situation, tries to play the smoke, goes up close range. Now moves again, goes into Ninja, looking to isolate these gun duels, which is easily possible right now. And she's been able to slip right through the thread. Zaz has outplayed this side completely. Manskin now on 61 points of L, whips out the USB, jumps right on top, uses the USB, and I cannot believe it, Squid. Zaz has pulled up an amazing clutch to keep Sweden afloat in this first map.
That is unbelievable. How many mistakes did the Netherlands make in the space of 20 seconds there? They could have challenged her at any moment. A tactical timeout, they're going to stew in it. They're going to be thinking about that clutch for the next 30, 40 seconds. They're going to be thinking about it for the rest of this map, realistically. If Sweden make a comeback based off that Zaz clutch, unbelievable clutch there. And Sweden could be back in this game off the back of it. Wow. 14-9. The difference still 5. The Netherlands, they just have to put that out of their minds and get back into the action there. They had the entire map on a silver platter. If they had just peaked in unison, not forced the bomb plant. They knew exactly where she was, unable to punish, and maybe that's the pressure starting to set in as soon as they get close to the 15 mark. We've not seen a mistake that big from the Netherlands all tournament long. Nevertheless, we've got more Counter-Strike to play. They're on this T side, remember, so they can dictate the pace. They're going to dictate it towards the A site. That's where the bomb is hunkered. Oh, and that is a statement shot from Kiora.
Very big statement. Not relenting, not letting that last round get to their heads. They've been so collected, and oh, that's another beautiful shot. Well, that's all happening. They've got into the A bomb site. Another kill out from Zaz to keep things afloat as Lena chimes in with a kill of her own with the FAMAS. Everyone's starting to come alive here for both sides. Everyone chipping in for something. But can Netherlands play this round as right as rain to put themselves to 15? Those wall bangs are so effective, putting Naomi literally down to 1 HP. And Zaz finally finishes her off. Now with the advantage, that up shot not going to connect. Missy under a lot of pressure. She's able to break through that smoke and she's able to do a lot of damage. But Manskin now in a clutch situation at Molotov, impeding her access into the bomb site, trying to challenge Zaz, but no way she's getting back in. She finds that headshot. She stops her. And she gets 15. I cannot believe it. 2 insane rounds have played out. And I cannot believe it, Squid. What have been these last 2 rounds?
That might be the clutch of the tournament. That might be the clutch of the tournament. And another key mistake, this time from Sweden. They put the player without the defuse kit on the C4, and Manchin's able to get in the nick of time. That is unreal. The Netherlands here, they've got many, many map points here on Mirage. That is unbelievable stuff here on map number 1. Smoke's in. And they've got the whole map at their fingertips here.
The whole map is with them right now. They are looking towards victory here.
Unbelievable. Minute 25 to play with, and the pistols are absolutely everywhere. Zaz, might keep this one going for a couple more moments, but that AK-47 is temporarily unretrievable. She's able to jump in to find it, and there's Missy with the punish right back, still tucked inside the T spawn, and they're going to wrap the bomb round the other way, expecting a heavy A presence is going to mean that they don't have anybody else elsewhere. Mid, that's the issue. And all 3 players holding this one together. I love this from the Netherlands. They don't need the map control if they're just going to stroll into a bomb site. If they do go into A, though, Lena is the issue.
Huge issue right now. And now pressure is there all across the board. And now, Sevenless just peeking through. This is very, very worrisome right now. And now, Naomi getting that. It's a 2-on-1 situation. I don't see Sevenless just getting things, but with the way things have been going, I feel like this could be still doable. Now that kill is going to be found, and there it is. The Netherlands finding the clutch in the end. It's going to be it. It's going to be there. And that's the Netherlands taking things, and they're taking it. A 1 map up here going into the next back, which is going to be Ancient.
And honestly, that is pretty outrageous that the Netherlands are able to close out that map in that sort of a fashion. We'll see more Counter-Strike after the break. It's Ancient coming up next.
One purpose, one dream, one rhythm, one step closer to glory. They say history remembers the winner. So who will be the ones writing the future? The halls of power call for their kings. The ones who won't back down. The ones who believe. The ones who knew that over 100 nations can't be wrong. Join the fight between August 24th and September 3rd as Yash becomes the world's esports capital.
In the heart of Yash, Romania, the world's top gamers have gathered for the ultimate showdown. IESF brings heart-stopping matches across a variety of gaming genres in an electrifying experience that celebrates the passion and dedication of esports athletes from around the globe. This is more than just a tournament. This is where champions are born, legends are made, and anything is possible. Get ready to witness the ultimate display of skill, strategy, and heart. The IESF World Esports Championship. It's about to take your breath away.
Do you think you've got what it takes? The challenge will be tougher than ever. In 2023, International Esports has a new home. Over 100 nations fighting for the championship in a celebration of everything that makes esports great. Who will rise up to the challenge? Who will be the world champion?
Oh, welcome back, everybody. It is your WEC, and it is map number 2. I'm here with Tiddler to cast a grand final here. One of these teams are going to make it to land. The Netherlands already 1-0 up in this series. They'll start on the T side. They'll be able to dictate the pace, the pressure here on Ancient.
Oh, very, very fast pistol round. Chino with 3. And there's trades right back, though. So it's down to a 2-on-2 here. Very interesting. Split across the board, though. I'm really interested how this one pans out in the end. We're seeing these players wrap around over as well. A peek through from Manskin there as Zaz finds it. Missy down to a 2-on-1 situation. Struggling right now. I don't know what's going to happen here. Pistols are out, and it's going to be Zaz to find the clutch here. That's going to be it. And Sweden, they'll find the pistol round. And there it is. A very, very, very weird round. We saw so many kills into the kill feed immediately, but nonetheless, Sweden still able to weather the storm and take the first round.
Yeah, time for more action then. Round number 2 here, the Netherlands. I feel like they need a good start going into every single map. Otherwise, if they fall behind, that's when they really have troubles.
See Sauce here with the nade. Will dropped it right there. That M4 going to be helped out as Naomi getting that Tech 9 frag as well. A 5-on-4 situation here being created out from this. 1 minute 30 remaining on the clock. And here we are. Kills are found by the T's. 3 kills on the board. Now down to a 1-on-5 situation here. Kiara gets that bomb down. And now Sweden all alone in this clutch situation. Sevenlicious. Well, this has been a tide turner, it seems. You know, it's been like very polar opposite of each other in this best of 3 so far. And especially on Ancient, this is weird to see. But there it is. And Missy to take her down with the P250s. No way in hell she's going to be able to get anything more there. And there you have it.
These eco round victories, that's kind of what's been making the difference for Team Netherlands or tournament, right? In the close maps, that's what's been pushing them over the top and giving them that extra couple, that extra boost, that bonus that they really need to really mount really stable halves. And they're also stopping and shunting all of the momentum that their opponents are building up. Sweden probably pat themselves on the back after a crazy pistol like that and think, okay, we're set for a 3-0, 2-0 start. We're going to get off to the good start here on Ancient. They lose the second. That's almost, well, it's definitely.
There it is. Kiara to open up the kill feed. Engraving her name in there with that M4 frag and getting underway there. Push on forward. That M4 looking to get damaged up. And there's some kills out there with that MP9. The P250 getting alive as well. A 4-on-2 situation has been created out from this. Naomi going to get the bomb down herself. And now Zaz and Nina. Will they be able to clutch things out? We'll see if they get this battle first, but initial contact, not all too hopeful just yet. Missy spotting out the shoulder, peeking through, damage dealt, and I can't believe they've been alive for this long. Seems like Naomi will want to do with her MP9, but she's on low HP. Might want to be a little bit careful on that front. We'll peek forward, Missy to find it, now down to Lina, and it's Naomi there to finish things off. There it is.
Yeah, well, the Netherlands, they've been winning a lot of ecos, but they've been so solid in their anti-ecos as well that it really gives them a big boost, a big bonus. You don't really see the Netherlands letting rounds like that slip. And again, good game plan. Go into the A site, find those opening couple of kills, put Sweden on the back foot and not really take too much damage in the process. They'll have another kind of bonus round here for number 4. Sweden with that force spy, not able to mount too much at all. Into this one.
Kiara to push on through is Naomi to activate with the MP9. She's finding so much damage with it in these opening stages. And now down to Sevenlicious in the 105 in Netherlands. They'll take the round.
So quick, blistering pace, not really slowing down for a single second. And they find a very quick 3-1 lead. That's after losing the pistol round. I can confirm that, ladies and gentlemen, that we will be seeing our first full rifle round of Ancient. One Famous here for Zaz. Really key player as well. I would be putting her on the M4A1S and maybe the Famous on somebody else. One of the slower burners here on the CT side. That's not what they've decided to do. Instead, putting Giuliano's AWP towards the middle of the map. It's the only sniper rifle currently on the server. And Naomi already noting CT presence there inside a cave. So already some information going the Netherlands' way as they look to crunch onto mid. Nice smoke there for Red Room. And this AWP, oh, it's going to be challenged as well. Forced off the angle. Giuliano needs to keep this sniper alive. For scrutiny.
Does as well now with the FAMAS up against this battle with the MP9. It's going to be a bit of a struggle. But here, just sitting around, taking that map control. The mid side, very important for those T's, but they're getting ready for an aggressive play. Sweden, they'll actually win it out. Zaz, that's an important frag to get underway here. In round number 5. Well, 4 situation has been created out from this. They're going to throw a little bit of utility here onto the A-bomb site. Players out on A, just getting ready. Rotates are actually already on in, but Naomi looking to cut off the rest of the CT players that are looking to waltz on in, but that boost up's going to be taken down by Giuliano on the AWP. 7-ish even chipping in for a kill of her own, but there goes that split off rotate. But Naomi on 11 HP and all alone. A pistol's all that's needed, but 7-ish finishes the job up there with the A1S, and Sweden, they find that round. No problem in the end. Pretty impressive, you know, on that front. You know, they've done a really good job of quenching some of these defaults, but Netherlands, when they congregate together, they've just been so good. It's been really effective. But we'll just see how the rest of this pulls through. Round number 6. We'll see the 3-2 spread across the board out here for the Netherlands. The Molotov is going to be extinguished immediately. Not really a great Molotov. It doesn't block anyone from pushing on forward. Maybe it could be used to force them into an individual angle, but other than that, that's not been the case. And yeah.
Yeah, the top of tier 1, you usually see a much deeper incendiary grenade, right? You want to be pressuring this angle that Kiora just has at her mercy right now. Netherlands pressuring all over the map. Good presence. They've even got... Who is that? Gina, just pressuring right outside of the A site. So her position can actually be noted from Donut if she makes any steps. This can run a little bit of a fake as well. Keep the AWP here, maybe even wrap a player off the B site. Giuliano's got this angle under lock and key. So without any smokes kind of falling and filing off her position, this should be an easy kill to find. And I don't know this information.
Missy, only angle here with that AWP. Now that M4 just across right there. We'll switch through as well. But there's plenty of numbers here for Sweden. They're looking good to hold things down. Already rotating back all the way to the B bomb side as well for the rest of the players. Awesome. And she's turned around the worst time possible. Again, the timing deceives her. Now they can rotate back to the A bomb site, but they've already committed completely to the B bomb site. That's going to be a brilliant kill out from Zaz. Even with the FAMAS, that's very good. And now they've been decimated in numbers. Now this another wave of assault looking to come in off the back of a flank as well. A quick scope out from Giuliano puts things in her favor, and Missy to walk into the line of fire. Zena does the final blow, giving them the final rights there. As there it is. It's going to be a tight scoreline. They break even here at 3 apiece.
Yeah, and the problem for Sweden on their T-sides and CT sides against the Netherlands is they've been falling behind early. We saw it earlier in the tournament. We just saw it earlier in that previous map, our first map of this grand final. They went down 7-2 there on Mirage. It almost felt like over before it really got started. And the Netherlands not getting the stonking start here on Ancient. Oh, but challenging the AWP. Forces the shot and the incendiary out. And she stood all the way in the open, needs to pull to the pistol, where she is finally punished. Oh, good damage onto 7-licious as well on the meantime. 1 bullet away from death means that she needs to creep inside the T cave, where there is a smoke placed in all of the teammates have actually been dealt with in the meantime. So bomb in the open. Sweden can just hold this one. Shouldn't be a high pressure situation here in round 7. They should be able to take an assertive lead. And there's even a flank as the insurance policy as well if this AWP of Jenkin misses a shot, perhaps. Imagine doesn't really have many options here. As soon as Zaz gets the information, she can creep in, but that's a clean kill from Manchin. Oh, and she's actually going to check back. Oh, I don't know if she got the information. No, she absolutely didn't. So she turns around, and Zaz should be able to clean this one. That one got testy for a second. I thought that Manchin had actually spotted the shoulder, and that changes everything. But with that not being the case, it is Sweden solidifying that lead. And this on the CT side as well. Often quite a CT-sided map. Mirage isn't, so maybe a bit of a change of pace in that one, maybe a bit of a change of script. But the Netherlands still have options. They still have AKs also. Manchin just with the Tech 9, the only real liability on this T side.
Indeed. Sweden starting to get activated here on the CT side up against the Netherlands. Haven't been finding a whole lot of success in these recent rounds. Seems like Juliana's AWP has been really good. And it seems like she's wielding it over the likes of Lina, who usually takes that big green. I was thinking for a second, maybe it's because she didn't perform all too well on Mirage, but maybe it just could be a tactical thing.
It's probably a map-dependent thing, right? Like your AWP on Mirage is probably not like Ancient's a much newer map. The AWP is a real key player on the server. And might actually be taken down early by this Tech 9. She's got no idea that she's here, and Juliana responds anyway.
That is big out from Giuliano. The numbers are in towards the B-bomb site, though. There's a 1-for-1, a 2-for-1 now, as Lina has found a kill into Cave, and Missy already damaged up. They even have plenty of utility to just smoke them off and block them from entering the bomb site. They'll hedge their bets towards A, but again, the rotate's already there, but there's a peek from that Opper. Oh, the headband spotted. It's so clean. Giuliano's so sharp at that AWP. That bomb's dropped. That makes things so difficult there as Gina utilizing that crouch to make things a little bit more difficult for Giuliano to find that kill. Gets her pick in though. They're now up against 3. But she has no information at all. This would have to be some heroics out from her if she wants to win out this clutch. Nina is on low HP. That could guide her. And there's that first kill. Maybe she has an entry path here, but she pre-fires the wrong angle. Jenkin to close it out in the end. Sweden, it got a little bit close towards the end. You know, a bit of damage for the Netherlands side, but other than that, Sweden get the round. That's all that matters.
Yeah, locked out at the door of the Netherlands by some star power AWPing there from Giuliano. One of the real classic names here in female Counter-Strike, and you can see her even primed and ready for that third shot as well. Just a half a second longer, perhaps, and Gina just gets her head blown off as well by the AWP. Once you've got that as a real pressure point here on the map, here on the CT side, it really opens up Ancient to you. You just need somebody who's really rock solid there in the red room, doing a great job at that. Needs to add the consistency there to the tally as well. Looking around the top of this scoreboard alongside Zaz, and Netherlands are going to be feeling the heat here on their T side. They really need a couple more rounds in this first half to feel comfortable. They're going to try and pull out the pistols here on round 9 to try and do so early. Bit of utility here as well. A bit of an overinvestment in utility. So I'm expecting to see something with more spice, more flair. And if they can actually eliminate this Emperor A1S first, which they do, that actually adds some pressure. All down to Giuliano now to hit some shots.
Yeah, she finds the first again. Now Jenkin looking to activate herself, but there's pressure here in this mid side. But Zaz, quick kill. And there's Giuliano just rotating around, so unpredictable, Kenny-esque style positioning. Always important to have a great tool and a great asset to have as an opper. Especially on a map like Ancient. Look at these thin angles now. They don't know where Naomi is. She has slipped right through, but now she taps the bomb. Information is known. Look at all these angles she has to check. And Zaz waiting, creeping right behind. And Sweden, this has been an impressive CT side so far. And if they take this map, they might be ruining that Mirage loss even more, because it seems like they've had more of a chance here on Ancient, excuse me, rather than Mirage.
Yeah, this is their CT side, and it is kind of pressure on Sweden, right? To take 9 rounds, 10 rounds, successful side. You don't want your spot at LAN being dependent on one pistol round going the other way. Their backs are up against the wall right now, and they absolutely need to win this map. Otherwise, they're eliminated. They're out. Missy wants to not just send them home, but keep them at home with this AWP. That's lurking towards the A site. A little bit of support from Gina as well, who's just watching this smoke, knowing that Sweden have been getting aggressive. Namely, Sevenlicious has really been quite frantic on those lurks. And nobody getting any sight lines as well into the red room this time. Zaz, oh, she's really close to this one. They're not going to check it. No way.
Oh.
Headshot, but Naomi responds right back with one of her own.
That is crucial in this round. But look at this aggressive maneuver out from the Netherlands. They'll come back right into the mid side, take these battles rather than trying to split off and go towards CT. So there goes that advantage. It's now down to a 3-on-3. Gina finds that headshot. Very crucial again, but there's another trade. This has been such a close affair so far. So many trades. We've seen it from the get-go. Matskin, though, to get that kill. And now, 1-on-2 situation for Yenkin. Just hold it from the donut side. Both players are going to pounce upon her position because that bomb is literally where they meet. Maybe she can isolate these gunfights. That's going to be the bomb, excuse me, picked up. Now they're going to drop Molotov and an Incend. Back away right out of there. But Yankin's already on the rotate as well, Squid. I don't know how this one's going to play out.
Well, they're going to get there just before as well. That flashbang misses the marker, but Missy's AWP doesn't. Netherlands, key round there on their T side. They absolutely needed that one. Otherwise, I feel like Sweden would have just run away with this first half and put pressure all on the Netherlands CT defense. They might have even been out of rounds at that point. They wouldn't have had all too much money. You can see, even though they win round number 10, they're only able to buy into the utility, and they don't have much cash left over. Sweden, in the meantime, they've only got 3 rifles in this one. Really shows how close some of these rounds have been here on their CT side. They've been able to scrape them by thus far. A non-committal approach will see the Netherlands default come into effect once again, as there is 1 minute 40 on the clock. So lots of time to use. They've been pressuring mid the majority of the time here on their T side. Really pressuring Juliana's AWP, who has been standing up to the test. They have discovered one of these Deagles, actually both of them at this point. So they know that this is far from an ideal buy. And Naomi actually needs to double down. Just 1 kill isn't actually enough to break open this attack. Oh, she's going to turn around and discover the M4A4. That drops next. Oh. And everybody falls around it here on the server. Team Sweden unable to scrap a bye to victory, as this C4 will easily go down. And they'll be able to confirm their 5th. Close scoreline.
Very, very close. And considering this one of the more CT-sided maps, I think Netherlands, this isn't a bad half at all. There goes that last
not
kill.
Bad at all. Not bad at all.
Yeah, it isn't. And on top of that, Sweden, yeah, like you said, they need to get 9, 10, 11, because we saw how effective it was when Netherlands got 11-4, an 11-4 scoreline towards the end of the half. Or, you know, it just makes things so much more difficult. Your backs are against the walls immediately, pissed around, and before you know, it could be 13-14. In a blink of an eye, and it makes things so much more difficult. And I think that's what Sweden need. They need that 10-5, 11-4 scoreline to put themselves forward. Just continue on how they're doing, but Netherlands just continue to play the trading game. That's so good because it just keeps that economy honest, doesn't allow them to accrue enough money. But that's a very fast play to Eco. Now Naomi spraying them down. There it goes. That Eco now nullified. Down to 2 players. This could get a little bit scary, but there goes a kill. Gina's able to find that, but it's only Giuliano. What else can she do in this situation?
Yeah, great job from Naomi there. Amazing to find all 3 of those kills. If she hadn't, then the rank can start to slip away. 2 rifles, including an AWP up for grabs there, just on the ground, with no members of the Netherlands squad to actually defend it. And now a 9-6 becomes the best case scenario for Team Sweden. That is enough on the CT side. We do know that utility here on the defense. Giuliano has enough for a pair of flashbangs there, so incendiaries will not really play much of a part of the defense. Only Jenkin holding just the solitary incend here on the CT side. A couple of smoke grenades as well, so I don't think counter utility is going to be play much of a factor in this one. Instead, mid control, they're going to use the power of these rifles, but getting chopped down left, right, and almost center. Sevenlicious has to fall off the angle without any kills, penniless.
Yep, very, very difficult now. Netherlands on the verge of just overtaking them completely, and with this being the timing of breaking the economy of Sweden, it really puts them in a good situation. And we still have 2 more rounds to play after this, so this is a must-win out from Sweden. I wouldn't blame them if they just go for this regardless. There was that kill. Sevenlicious able to find that important frag, but there goes that other frag again. Oh, they've turned it on its head. It's a 2-on-2 now. HP not favoring
No
Sweden all
kits.
too much. Yeah, but there is no kit. There have been concessions into this round. So Naomi, all she has to do really is stay alive, bait a bit of time. That bomb is planted out there for Gina. Peeking on in, Lena on low HP. I don't see her getting out of this. She doesn't even have a kit. It's so difficult. You can't just stick in the open, and Gina closes it out. And there goes that all-important round that breaks that economy of Sweden, breaks their backs. And now Netherlands could be on their way to finding possibly a 9-6 scoreline.
It's essentially the worst case scenario as well, because although Sweden are able to find 3 kills, they're worth nothing. The Netherlands can buy here into round number 14 and 15, no matter what happens here in this round. So no economical damage dealt, in theory, and they lose all of their rifles. As you said, once you get the 3 kills, then you might as well go for it. There's definitely an opportunity to find a 2v2 retake, but Netherlands know the structure of this economy here and know that they can walk right into A, all 5 players here with the C4. That'll easily go down, and Donuts being mollied from both angles there. Here comes that MAC-10 just tearing in alongside Kyora's AK-47, even the Molotov doing some of the damage there. And Zaz is going to be the final member to fall here. Damage isn't really going to matter all too much. She will find an angle and a kill, but gives away the AK-47 as soon as she picks it up. So the Netherlands extend their lead here on the T side, and this is just looking like a great half, albeit like Sweden had a 6-3 scoreline earlier on here. It looked like they were just going to close this half out pretty convincingly. We were talking about 11 4s and 12 3s and really polarized, one-sided CT halves. That's not been the case whatsoever. And the Netherlands will be challenged to finish off this tournament with a sturdy CT side of their own. They would need 7 rounds after taking this one. So job not done here in the best of 3. And when does pressure really start becoming a factor as well? When you see a name in the lights, see that spot at LAN hanging in the balance, that's when the big stage players start to make the biggest plays. We know that Zaz and Giuliano, some of the biggest stage players here in the female CS division. 1 minute 20, and the Netherlands been targeting A a lot.
Push in here again. Only one player in Donut as well. It's that Opper. She'll hold things down. Kiara just dipping in and out of cover. She gets in this battle, though. That might just lure the rotates here towards the B-bomb site, and there it is. It just pulls Giuliano away from Donut, but that bomb's getting planted in A. There's no saving here. There's at least a trade, but now they have to head back in towards A. This Donut side is being well held out from Manskin and the support as well. Italy dropping in. There's that op spotted. Giuliano taking down. Molotov drop, heading right out of Donut. Look at the CT side as well. Just pushing through, checking the wrong corner. Can't get it. Can't get into that section now. Zaz not going to recover that. Op now being wielded. Dropped though in favor of the rifle. Bit of a gap in the smoke that can't be utilized. Zaz now taking this battle. 7-licious once wheeling that big green again. But it's the end. Netherlands have taken it. A 9-6 scoreline at the end of the first half on their T side. That is very impressive.
21 kills in the half there, Naomi. Such heavy impact. We talked about her presence towards the middle of the map especially. We saw Giuliano kind of forced off the angles with the AWP. Had a couple of really fiery rounds at the start, but just unable to have much impact, even passing it off to 7-licious for the last couple of rounds. Netherlands with a commanding lead in this series. Already a map up, and this pistol round might just seal the deal here for this CT side. Get off to a good start here, and they might be out there. These LAN's finals.
Might just be, this is their chance, and this pistol round could surely solidify some sort of, you know, very, very close distance between them and the finishing line. There goes 2 kills with the dualies out from Missy. Zaz does entry her way onto the bomb site, but they have been decimated before she's even able to get online. There is a flank, though. Might be a little bit scary because they're focusing onto the section of the map. Zaz just blowing off the head of Gina. She could definitely still make something work. These players are pretty separated, and, you know, considering it's one chokehold cave position, she could probably dip in and out, try to get some individual headshots. It depends whether or not Netherlands play the right angles, but Kiara just holding a really good side, but Zaz knows this position, and you can see her double dipping back into the action, getting the first kill as well. 2 more to find. She knows where they both are as well. She has the time, but Manskin shuts it in the end. There it is. It's going to be double digits for the Netherlands, and this is their chance to propel themselves forward to that final land spot here for Europe. The only land spot as well, which makes things so much more, unfortunate for these teams, because we've seen so many good teams throughout this playoff stage, and it's sad that we might just see Sweden go, but it's not over until it's over.
I feel like that's the only way to take away Zaz. Chop off the head. Go for the head. Like a zombie. She always seems to re-emerge, right? Top of the scoreboard. Dominant fashion here. But it might not even be enough. After round number 16, Sweden find themselves behind and on this T side. With the potential of this being a very squeaky clean round, Missy just doesn't need to overextend into this angle. Doesn't give enough information for the MP9 to be prepared for the pistols to come through. And there's another one that lies in wait. Gets wrapped around by Zaz, of course, but she doesn't have the HP to make this one work. You're a jumping headshot to finish off proceedings. And the Netherlands survive the pistol threat there on A. Good round, all things considered. You thought it could get really dicey there as they sneak their way into Donut incredibly quickly as well, almost overwhelming the defense, at least overwhelming the first SMG. Sweden will have rifles, once again, despite no bomb plant. Means that they don't have as much utility to work with. A bit of a lack of flashbang power there on the T side.
This is so important. It's a bonus right now from the Netherlands, and look at how close the Swedish economy is from breaking once more. They've decided to go on really fast into this action as Naomi gets 2 quick kills there, one by virtue of the utility. And they're able to upgrade away from that MP9. Only one SMG in their hand, and now Giuliano creeping up all the way with that AK-47, and it rotates over here to the B-bomb site. There's numbers here, but have they checked the cave side? It's going to be Missy to find out. Now down to a 5-on-2. This MP9 doesn't even matter. It's a non-factor. It doesn't even matter what weapons in her hands because the numbers advantage is there. And 4 peeks through. Missy finds that kill, and now 7licious up against 5. Not going to be able to do much in this one. There's no way in hell. She's able to get 1, but it's up against 4. Maybe she can make something work. She does have the bomb in her back, but you gotta think about the future as well. It's just that, is saving a viable option here? What do you do now? Maybe you might be talking about it, but I don't know what to do here. 7licious might just poke in prod here for a few kills. It's up to her. Does she want to die, or does she want to save this over? Like, she can save, but I don't know how the rest of the team is gonna fare. Because at this point, forcing...
bonus is built up as well, right?
Yeah.
So they lost the pistol round, so that gives you 1900, and then they've lost a couple since then. So I feel like dying's the better option here, and if you're able to do a little bit of economical damage, then that really adds to the tally. 2 AK-47s carried into this one by Team Netherlands. They're on the CT side, remember, so that's a powerful weapon to have here on the defense. And they're 4 away from victory against what's going to be a half buy here. So Sweden don't have quite enough to invest into it. If they had saved the AK-47, maybe you would have saw the complexion of this buy change ever so slightly. But they are so far behind here that there's even pressure on a force buy like this, a half buy like this. They're going to send them all into B, and does that nade slow them down? Oh, it's going to be perfect. It lands right in between them. That's sensational damage. Now they have to walk into the M4 that chews them apart. Big damage there by Kiora as well. So C4 can go down. That Tech 9 gestures the angle, and this time they have controlled Cave with the smoke grenade.
Now a very, very important situation that's on board. Look at these players. Look at the positions. They're going in together, trying to find some way to get an advantage, even if it means risking your life pushing up CT. High risk, high reward game, but Giuliano finds that kill. These players coming from that cave and from that inside. That think up is very important. Missy's on low HP, but Gina holding it down. Oh, she's gotten 2 kills. That Molotov not hitting the mark. The pressure is there. 7licious. Oh, that's a huge clutch. They keep them afloat once more here. Sweden, they get the first round in the second half, but it was by very, very, very slim margins.
Yeah, once that bomb goes down there, once you find yourself in an even situation with rifles in your hand, you feel like it's a must-win round for Sweden. They bring Tech 9s into it, they bring a point out of it. 7-12. Feels like they've constantly been 5 rounds behind in the closing moments of these maps. And the Netherlands, is this where the pressure starts to bite? A little bit of heartache there in round number 19. Let's see how they respond with the pistols. Their money's not looking too good at all, and they send everybody towards B, even though we're stuck in the smoke for the time being. Naomi, quick kill.
No.
Oh, no, not the pistols again. It always catches me off balance as a caster, and it's all falling apart again. A 1v3, and 7licious needs to come up with back-to-back clutches.
This will be a clutch of a lifetime out from 7licious if she's able to do this. Player up in red room with only a P250. She does have full health to her name. So as long as this P250 does not get an immediate headshot, they should be into her favor. Peeks on through, but the P250 perforates her skull, sends her down 6 feet under. The Netherlands have a round. They find Lucky 13. And there it is. They're propelling themselves forward here to victory and a LAN final in Yash.
2 key rounds, one with just pistols, exclusively sidearms there for Team Netherlands. Round number 2 and round number 20. Those are 2 rounds to really look back on when you're looking at the entire context of Ancient and this grand final. 13-7, and that puts Netherlands here on the home straight. Mid-control is the flavor for the CT side, but the T's, they take it right into B. Kiora doesn't want to take this angle too aggressively. The bomb is going down in the meantime, and that might be a key kill to even up the numbers. She doubles down 3, the more pistol comes out, and Jenkin, just about finds one. She's got 3 more targets to try and eliminate, but she's spun around the back line.
No. She's got in that. She's sticking the bomb. Can't believe it again. Netherlands taking that round by the skin of their teeth again. Fine margins. And they have 14, Squid.
That is unreal. They've been winning all of these clutches. Yeah, that's a 1v3, but you felt like Jenkin definitely had a chance. Picking up the AK-47, trying to finish off the job there. No, defuse. That's the win criteria that Netherlands have to go back for. And we see a break, a breather, a change of pace. A technical timeout here, as we've only got 4 members of the Netherlands side here in play. What a round. What a couple of rounds that we've seen as well. And Netherlands, in terms of the scoreline, yeah, they're dominating both maps, this second map especially, but on the server, when you watch these rounds, it just feels like Sweden have been pipped to the post every single time. They've had it stolen away. How many of these rounds? As I talked about, round 2, round 20, both full eco victories for Team Netherlands.
We were talking about it earlier. Fortune favors the bold, and Netherlands have been bold throughout this entire best of 3 series. We've seen it on Mirage, just sticking that bomb, not even caring. They've done the same here in that last round, that previous round, and they're showing why they deserve that spot. They want to fly over. They've done their homework. And Ancient, this is a perfect opportunity to do things. Look at that money on Sweden. They have a lot mainly due to that recruit loss bonus and getting those bomb plants down. But Netherlands, they're secure. You know, actually looking on second thought, they don't have the best of money. But considering the rounds that they've been playing out, it feels like both teams will be looking shaky in terms of the buy.
This is where things get interesting, though. Do they change the pace as we approach championship point?
Aggressive plays on forward. There's Lina to grab 2. Sweden don't want things to go astray just yet. 5-on-3 situation has been created out from this. They got it underway immediately. Really good situation that has panned out for them. They could find championship point right now. Gina getting denied, getting taken down. Zaz chiming in with a kill of her own. Sweden, this is a perfect time to get activated here when that economy of Netherlands isn't looking all too great. Manskin all alone, and there's even pressure. You have 7licious looking to pierce through the back lines as well.
Yeah, surviving here, Sweden. That's all they're doing. They're not thriving here on the T side. This is going to have to be one of the best comebacks we've ever seen. A legendary one. Otherwise, we're curtains. Championship point is right around the corner. And I feel like Netherlands are going to have to give them a real helping hand back into this best of 3. Back into this series, back into this tournament. Netherlands basically have their plane tickets already booked. They've just got to press confirm, put the 3 digits in. CSV.
Yeah. Very, very close now. But still, Sweden have shown resilience throughout this entire playoffs, right? So we should never really count them out. They've hit some comebacks of their own. To be fair, it has been smooth sailing for them for a lot of the course, but they are no stranger to pressure some situations. Sevenish is caught off guard. This could be 15 handed to them on a silver platter as she gets underway here with a 5-on-4. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it.
It's been pistols so many times for the Netherlands to drag them into individual series. Can they do it to get onto championship point? That would be something totally different. Something that we'd never seen before. A man advantage, and now the AK-47 is going hunting. Can Missy find the timing? Yes, but will she expect more right around the pillar? She's looking elsewhere. Oh no, this timing is brutal, but Giuliano just one step ahead to try and eliminate her. She had the entire sight line onto the A site locked down, and then she follows it up onto the Deagle. Key play.
There's nothing to lose though out from the Netherlands in this round, really. They're going to be on the verge of collapsing anyway. I feel like Sweden would go for this hunt in the first place. They'd all fall. Manskins, that's a perfect way to find a kill. Beautiful way. An MP9 up on the boost is perfect. Now 30 seconds, lose over the clock. There's a point now where Sweden will be under time pressure and under the pressure of the Dutch players as well. That MP9 looking to spray away. They're looking to get out of there, but they're taking the battle. That's the bomb drop. Zaz getting 2, and she gets a 3rd. Oh, Zaz keeping them alive again. Barely breathing, quite literally on 1 HP, and Sweden just about get that round.
How is this series not over? How aren't the Netherlands in Yosh yet? It's just unreal how they've been letting these last couple of rounds slip. They've still got so many chances. 14-9 puts them basically at that point. They've just got to grab it now. And they do so with pistols. We've seen them do it so many times. We'll see a full buy coming into the next. And the pistols do rain down mid, doing no damage whatsoever. Sweden, they've cracked the code finally with the opening couple of kills here. Oh, but responsive right back. It goes another rifle. Oh, and this gets interesting once again. Naomi, yeah, she's got an AK-47, no body armor, but cleaned up convincingly. Sweden, take a sigh of relief there. Double digits.
I'm surprised that the economy of Sweden is doing this well, despite Netherlands making all these rounds so close. It's mainly because of the fact that they're getting the bomb plants down. It really is keeping them afloat. Sweden, I feel like they're doing a good job of getting to the bomb site. I feel like the way that they do get the bomb plants though prior to that, it's really shaky. I feel like they need to clean things up before they execute in, because Netherlands are able to chip those numbers down beforehand, which makes that bomb plant situation so difficult and makes things so close. But nonetheless, if they continue on like this, maybe a comeback can happen. Gina's going to hold up in the donut. And we're going to see a mid play that kind of looks to cut off the rotates. But Gina's able to get the first kill. Kiara now under pressure. Oh, she's right here. Just on that angle, waiting for players to peek into her crosshair here on Cave. It's going to be a bait out from Missy. Just lure them in. Hawk sinker in line. There it is. And there it is. Kiara is able to find the first. Ina now getting the trade. Now down to a 4-on-3 once more. It's very, very difficult now to focus on this because Sweden, you know, it seems like the defense here for the Netherlands is stronger here to the B-bomb site.
Naomi's got 31 kills here on potentially our deciding map. She needs a couple more here on the defense. Missy's on so low HP that she's barely going to be able to pitch in, even though she's got a very up-close and personal angle, and Sweden haven't made their mind up just yet. Bomb going back to A, and they're sweeping through mid. No thank you, so Missy takes the initiative. Oh, and the duel outwards. There's a key kill. She's doing even more damage. Still alive. Finally dealt with.
Finally dealt with indeed. That's pressure at its finest. Now down to 1-on-3 again. Lena under a whole load of pressure here. Very, very difficult to see things through at this case. Lena now down, trying to rotate over. Might just walk in across there. Gina, who's ready, waiting. Her arms are open because they are going to get that land final, possibly 5 championship points here for the Netherlands.
Great round from Gina. She opens things up with a really ballsy peek on mid and then taking the initiative into the T cave there in front of the A site, stopping the possibility of any late rotates there from Team Sweden. They get crunched on mid by Missy. 5 HP going for this swing, making the space for Manchin to go for a follow-up headshot. And Netherlands, as you mentioned, 5 opportunities to close here on Ancient. Be on the menu. Oh, here they come. Missy, headshot. This might be it. Oh, Kiora chips in as well. That flashbang popped at the perfect time. She was totally blind, but able to spray it away anyway. And the C4 is nowhere near this one. It has to be a 2v5 from Sweden to get themselves back into this one. It's non-negotiable, and they're being hunkered in. Look at the minimap. Every single angle taken, and Gina might have just sealed the deal with a headshot. Jenken versus 5 to keep Sweden in contention here to go to Yosh, and I do not see it happening. Netherlands penciled their names in earlier, and now they've just whipped out the Sharpie. This is it. It's all finished off. Jenken, a heroic effort, but I do not think that it's enough. She's got 40 seconds to get this bomb, a mountain to climb if she's going to even have a chance into this one, and CTs are everywhere. The Netherlands have done it. That is unbelievable.
The Netherlands taking it through in the end. And the direst of straits, under a lot of pressure, being able to dismantle France and Portugal, one of the harder opponents there in Europe, and taking down the titans of European Sweden. They are truly the queens here of the qualifier and certainly deserve their spot in Yash.
Yeah, unbelievable play, really. And when we get to championship point, you think that maybe the approach is going to change. Maybe the CT side is going to start to crumble. That wasn't the case at all. They played such a convincing, comprehensive series of Counter-Strike there. And I don't think they were the favorites coming into this one. I think that's the biggest upset of the entire qualifier right there. They're going to bookmark their tickets into that LAN finals, and Sweden are going to have to watch it from home. That's such a massive opportunity lost, but the Netherlands, they deserve absolutely everything there. Honestly, those eco round victories, that's the difference maker. That puts them in the LAN finals just on its own. And then just finishing things off in the perfect possible way. They've got a really strong mental game. Mirage, Ancient, they've got a really good map pool building, and I'm really excited to see what they can do in those LAN finals in Romania. All that's left to say is thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. We've had so much fun over the last 14 days bringing you all of the action from both the male and female CS divisions. We do have that LAN finals in Yosh yet to come, so make sure you join us there. Lots of other esports being played in the meantime, and we'll see you in Yosh.
One purpose, one dream, one rhythm, one step closer to glory. Enemy spotted. They say history remembers the winner. So who will be the ones writing the future? The halls of power call for their kings. The ones who won't back down. The ones who believed. The ones who knew that over 100 nations can't be wrong. Join the fight between August 24th and September 3rd as Yash becomes the world's esports capital.
In the heart of Yash, Romania, the world's top gamers have gathered for the ultimate showdown. IESF brings heart-stopping matches across a variety of gaming genres in an electrifying experience that celebrates the passion and dedication of esports athletes from around the globe. This is more than just a tournament. This is where champions are born, legends are made, and anything is possible. Get ready to witness the ultimate display of skill, strategy, and heart. The IESF World Esports Championship. It's about to take your breath away.
think you've got what it takes. The challenge will be tougher than ever. In 2023, international esports has a new home. Over 100 nations fighting for the championship in a celebration of everything that makes esports great. Who will rise up to the challenge? Who will be the world champion?